Hi, Mindful. How are you doing? Thank you so much for your donations. Highly appreciated. Um, Let me know if you're here. Okay. So, this is a you versus them reading, right? Um, General love reading, right? So I'm going to be using this deck, and we're going to be using this deck as well. Okay, yeah. So what's happening between? What's the current energy between um Christian and what's the current energy between Christian and Mindful? Okay, so you have the opposite attract cards. Okay, mm, this is like a soulmate connection energy. All right, so you have infatuation energy. Okay, what's happening between Christian and Mindful? What's going on between them? Four of Cups, Judgments. Did he end up coming around? So you have the Judgment card, and then you have the Ten of Pentacles. So um where where does it stand? Where does Christian stand in this connection? Where does it stand in this connection? Six of Cups, and where do you stand in this connection? Where do you stand in this connection? Page of Wands. Okay, all right. So this card is like a soulmate card. Okay, it's like you know it feels to me like two people coming together, two people still having some kind of bonds together. Okay, so which shows that there is still some bond in your connection. There's still a bond here. There is still like attraction here. I feel like one person may be fantasizing about the other person in here. Okay, not a perfect relationship, but there is still a lot of energy here, a lot of bond and a lot of attraction still in your connection between in the connection between you and Christian. Okay, Four of Cups. So this is the energy between you guys. Okay, so you have the Four of Cups here. So one person or both of you may not be happy about the situation, whatever, distance or whatever, could be emotional distance or even physical distance that is between you guys. Okay, so there is a sense of not being happy about what transpired, and you have the Judgment card, and after that you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is somebody realizing, or is like, so when the judgment comes out, it's like a higher power, God, the universe, trying to turn things around, okay, to the Ten of, Pentacles. So basically what I'm seeing between you guys, even though that there is some emotional separation in here, somebody is going to realize, it's like the universe is actually trying to make somebody realize that they need to cement this relationship. Okay, so spiritually, this relationship has not ended. Spiritually, there's still a lot you guys have in common, and there is still love and attraction in here, soulmate connection as well in here. Okay, so we are still fighting for over 4 days now. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you guys are fighting. That's the same thing I'm talking about. There is, emotional distance, right? But there is still connection between you guys, and there is still attraction between you guys. And like I said, this is the energy of the higher power. Okay, so I would say that for this energy, this is like a this is like what is destined to happen. Okay, what is destined to happen, I would say, do not, like, the universe is already taking care of whatever is going on in here. So I don't feel like you should really fight it. I just feel like you should let it be the way it's supposed to be. Okay, but this energy is somebody realizing that something is not right here and something needs to be done. Okay, and when I look at where it stands is the Six of Cups. So whether or not it knows how to reconcile with you, where it stands in this connection is that it doesn't want this connection to break. Okay, it doesn't want this connection to break, and it does want some kind of reunion, some kind of what is it called, reconciliation. Okay, that's Six of Cups. From your end, you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is communication. It means that, I was about to say that, but you guys are no longer in the no contact situation. So you guys have some kind of communication. But I didn't really check what kind of communication you guys are having. So, what is the Page of Wands, please? Okay, you as well, your energy also look like you actually want this connection to come back together. I feel like you may be also, open to giving him a chance. I feel like there is, this represents some communication between you guys, whether you guys are communicating about the kids or other issues. Okay, so we'll see as we proceed. Why the Six of Cups here? Why the Chariots? Why the Four of Cups? Why the Four of Cups? Four of Cups clarified by the Lover's card. Okay, so there is a lot of bond between you guys, a whole lot of bond. So, no matter whatever issue, it's just that, what I see here from your end, you want a reconciliation from your end. You want, like, that happy family that you guys used to have, and you just want things to go back the way it used to be. Okay, he, on the other hand, wants a reconciliation. It wants like a balanced relationship. That's it wants you to resume your role basically. Okay, that is what is really going on in his mind. That's where it stands in this connection. But I feel like he may not know how to actually, solve the problem, and he may want things his own way as well. With the chariots coming up, okay, it does feel like, sometimes the chariots represent movement, okay, but at other times the chariots can also represent like some kind of misunderstanding, okay. So he also wants a situation where you guys come together and you do things together like you guys used to do before, but I feel like he might want it on his own time and he might not be actually approaching it in the right way, if that makes sense. How does it feel about you? I'm not going to take this. How does it feel about you? How does it feel about you? Okay. So you have the King of Wands, and then you have the Four of Swords. Okay. Tell me about Four of Swords, please. Interesting. Now I see where the issue lies. So I'm going to check how you feel about him and compare. How do you feel about him? How do you feel about him? Ninth of Wands. Tell me about Ninth of Wands. Why are you in the Ninth of Wands energy? Oh my gosh. Knight of Swords. This is oh my gosh. And tell me connective energy between these two energies. All right. There are a lot of emotions are really running high. So let me start with his own part. So he wants you to come back to, you know, being that wife, having that, balanced relationship with him. Like it's more like he wants you back to continue doing what you're doing for him. That's it. Okay? That's it. Okay. So he's coming out as the King of Wands, Four of Swords, and then you have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so um, he's not. So let me just make this clear. Now he wants you to go back to the way you used to be before. Like it's more like him wanting you to go back to your wife duties, right? But I feel like he's not approaching this in the right way, because from what I'm seeing here from his feelings is like he's not giving himself the way he used to give himself to the connection. Okay, so he wants to give you, less than what he used to give you before. Okay, he's not fully into the connection, but he wants you to come to be fully into it. Okay, so he wants that balance, that family life. He wants the wife, okay, without giving himself totally. Okay, I see some part of him kind of reserved and not open, so it's like a kind of half-hearted stuff. So he's not giving his all to you, but he wants you to give his all to him. Basically, that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, from your side, I feel like you're pissed. I also feel like, so if you look at this energy, this is the Knight of Wands energy, and that was clarified by the Knight of Swords. These two combination is like fire, okay? And then clarifying, connective energy is the Queen of Swords. In fact, this energy is like let me describe it. Anger, maybe wrong words being said, okay, and somebody being really bitter about something. Okay, so I feel like you are angry, and I feel like, when you guys get into these discussions, you get pissed, he get pissed, and I feel like it's a discussion about, your, you know, discussion about coming together fully. Okay, discussion about, coming together as a family, but he does not want to give you his all. Okay, he wants you to take whatever he gives you, but he doesn't want you to give him, half of yourself. He wants to have, he wants to have you, but on his own time, if that makes sense. I think that's what's going on here. Okay, so it's like a lot of, I feel like you get really fed up of this, or you get sick of this, and when you guys get into the conversation, you may not want to hear anything he has to say. Maybe there's something you need him to do, he's not doing. Okay, when it comes to, this reconciliation, and also making the decision, okay, to be in this connection fully, right? So when that conversation starts, you get pissed, he gets pissed, and wrong words are being said, maybe harsh words are being said, and you're coming up as the Queen of Swords as well. The Queen of Swords is somebody that is not happy, bitter about the situation, which is a very normal thing. Okay, so I don't know. I just feel like you guys need to give yourself, if you have been quarreling like this, then you have to give yourself time, honestly, because if you keep communicating in these states, you're always going to quarrel. Okay. What are his intentions here towards you? What are his intentions here towards you? Oh, interesting. So you have the Six of Wands for his intention. And what's the Six of Wands? Look at this. You have Five of Wands. Five of Wands. And tell me about Five of Wands. Ooh, you have Seven of Wands. Interesting. Tell me about Seven of Wands, please. Eight of Cups. All right. Ooh, you have the Seven of Swords under the deck. Okay, so I'm going to just drop this here. What's the Seven of Swords, please? What's the Seven of Swords here? So his intentions here is to win you back, but not like, it doesn't really make sense. Like, he wants to win you back, right? So let me say, he wants he doesn't want to be divorced. Okay, he doesn't want a situation whereby, you know it's going to look like he failed in his marriage, right? So he feels like he needs to win when it comes to this issue, but he doesn't really want to give. Like, look at this. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is somebody who, like, petty arguments, petty fights, petty disagreements, you know. And then you have Seven of Wands, you know, not wanting to kind of, it's like trying to win without wanting to do the work. Same thing, okay? Same thing. It's like him trying to win. It's like he wants to not have a divorce, but he doesn't want to work on himself, okay? He doesn't want to work on himself, on, creating this atmosphere, this happy atmosphere for you and your family. Okay, so this came out under the deck. This looks like somebody with an ulterior motive. Okay, so I would say that is a little bit manipulative in here. You have the two of wands clarifying the five of wands. So the five of wands, the end, so the fight is coming from him not being decisive about the the issue on ground. Okay, him not deciding to actually remove distractions from between you guys and focusing solely on the relationship you guys have. Okay, so he's half-hearted. I don't see him like being focused completely on this connection, but he does want to win. You see, like he's becoming like a kind of competition, a little bit competitive here. Okay, so doesn't want to put in the work, but he wants you back to do your normal duty as a wife. He wants to be seen as somebody who is marriage striving, but he doesn't want to put in the work. Okay, what are your intentions here? What are your intentions here? I'm not going to take this. What are your intentions here? Ooh, death came out again. This is the second time this card is coming out. So your intention, I'll clarify that. Death, Six of Pentacles, Empress, Six of... You're very open to coming back to this connection, but you do not want half-hearted energy, okay? And I think you're telling him, or you might have told him that if he's not going to give you his full attention, you will consider ending this. That's the death card, like, and then you have the Six of Swords, and then there is Eight of Cups in here as well. So whatever is proposing to you, you're not having it. Okay, and I feel like that's where the problem is coming from. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for the connection. What's Christian's next action towards you? Oh my gosh. Okay, not... His next action towards you is telling me that he's ending things with her. Well, from what I'm seeing here, I don't think that. Well, I'm gonna let me not just say, but from what I'm feeling, I'm already feeling certain things, but we'll focus on that. So his next action towards you is the Devil and the Four of Wands, okay, and Three of Wands and Page of Cups. What is next action? Hold on, let me use another deck. Okay. Let me use the complicated deck for this. This deck is very complicated, but let's see. What's his next action towards you? What's his next action towards you? Okay. So you have Ten of Pentacles under the deck in the upright position. Next action towards you, you have I think this is Ten of Swords in the reverse, and this is Three of Wands in the reverse. Okay, Ten of Swords in the reverse, and then you have Three of Wands in the reverse. It feels really stuck. Like his energy looks confused. But in this deck, you have the Devil energy, which represents some kind of toxicity. You have the Four of Wands, the Three of Wands, and then you have the Page of Cups. So it's looking like he really do not want the divorce, but he's stopped. He's not really like doing he's not really moving in the right direction. He's just stopped, okay? Not being able to make plans, like, solve whatever it is the problem. Not being able to make plans to solve issues, okay? Ace of Swords in the reverse. So, and then you have King of Cups in the upright position, okay? So, what is energy towards Maria? What is energy towards Maria? Energy towards Maria. Nine of Cups in the uprights. Four of Cups. This is Four of Cups in the uprights. Ace of Cups in the uprights. Outcome. Okay, what is current energy towards her? What is current energy towards her? Why? Two of Cups in the Empress. This is your energy.
Power off.
All right, so I don't feel like he's completely. I don't feel like he has broken up with her. Okay, he's still with her, but the relationship is not like stable. The relationship is like up and down. Okay, and whatever is happening between you guys also affects that relationship, because when I was looking into that relationship, your energy came out as well. Okay, so he is not happy about what's going on right now between you guys. It's making him depressed, but then he stopped, not moving forward, not moving backwards. Okay, so when you guys have these issues, or sometimes when you think about the ending between you guys, the way the relationship has deteriorated, he gets sad and depressed. And when he kind of gets sad and depressed, he may withdraw from her. And at that point in time, their relationship may, not work. Like at that point in time, things will not be going on well for them, basically. Okay, but that doesn't mean that he has broken up with her. Okay, I don't see that. What's the energy between Maria and Christian? Interesting. Tell me about the secretive, please. You see? So you have secrets, you have secretive, you have no contact. What is energy towards her? And what's our energy towards him? Alright. And then under the deck you have fighting. So you have secretive. So he may still be hiding things from her, or maybe she's hiding things from him. Maybe what he's hiding may be the fact that You may not be telling her what you guys are discussing. Like you're telling him to break up, he's telling you that he's going to break up with her. She may not know that part, and you have the no contact too. So their relationship goes up and down. At times they talk, at times they do not talk. Okay. And I feel like at this point in time it could be kind of pulled back from our energy, because this is his energy is hurting. So you have hurting, crying, depressed. I told you he's depressed about whatever is happening. So pain and sorrow. So he's depressed, he's pained and depressed about what's going on. Okay. And I feel like she may be the one also reaching out to him at this point in time. So whenever he's actually going through problems with you, he kind of move away from her or not pick a call, or maybe they'll get into a you know a fight, and that actually doubles the effect of whatever is feeling. Okay, so it's like he doesn't have peace with you, he doesn't have peace with her, there is no peace anywhere. So he's kind of stressed, but I feel like he brought this upon himself. Like all he has to do is to make a decision and stick with that decision, basically. Okay, so how does it feel? Let me just see how it feels generally. How does it feel generally in his life? How does Christian feel generally in his life? How does it feel generally in his life? Okay, you have the moon in the upright position. Ooh, and then you have the Tower card. Wow. Does he act like, is he quick to anger these days? Because that's the energy that I'm seeing here. I'm seeing Tower energy. That is quarrel, sharp words, quarrel. And then you have the moon. He seems to be confused. Like, generally, not like in his own energy. The way I'm seeing his energy, he seems to be aggressive a little bit, like more aggressive than the way he used to be, confused and aggressive, and doesn't know what to do to solve whatever problems he's having. It's just as if everywhere he turns there is no peace. Okay, so he's not at peace, but I mean he brought this upon himself. Okay, so I feel like he's sincerely confused on his next step. So I do not see him taking, much action at this point in time. What's the next action towards you? Okay, hold on. I want to see what's blocking this. Let me see if there's any blocks here. What's blocking your reconciliation? What's blocking your reconciliation with him? You see, what's this? Two of Swords. Okay, Two of Swords in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse, and um, Queen of Wands in the interesting. Queen of Wands is the other energy. Okay, obsessed energy, manipulative energy. That's the third party energy. So he's like indecisive. It's indecisiveness plus the manipulative energy of the third party is what is blocking this connection. Okay. Yeah. So third party energy is what's here. All right. So we're going to see his next action towards you in the next 6 months. 1 month, 2 months, 3, 4 months, 5 months, 6, justice. Okay, so who brought up the divorce? Was it you that brought up the divorce? Okay. Um, Next 1 month, I really do not see any reconciliation between you guys. Next 2 months, this looks like there's going to be some kind of um, you know, you guys may try to talk things out, may try to, really, there's going to be talk about trying to get back together, trying to fix things, okay? In the next two months, okay? Next 3 months. So I'm going to take these two together. So next 2 to 3 months is like there's going to be a talk about trying to fix things, but he is still not going to put in the effort, okay? So I see him being stalked. All right. It's like let me not say that, but I see him being stuck and I see him being like cold, okay? Cold, not really forthcoming with his energy in the third month, okay? In the fourth month, the same energy that he's having now is the same energy he's going to have in the fourth month, trying to, talk you into coming back, but not making the right, like in the fourth month, it does look like he's going to act like he's changing, okay? He's going to act like he's changing, like, he wants this to work. Maybe probably tell you that, okay, he's broken up with her or something along that line, okay? I do see some kind of little change in here, by the way, in the next 4 months. Next 5 months, hold on, this is 10 of wands. Is this 10 of wands? Yes, this is 10 of wands and King of Pentacles. Again, the King of Wands came out and the Temperance card and the Ten of Pentacles. So in the next 4 to 5 months, I see him trying to, you know, um, talk you into bringing the family back or coming back together. That's the next 4 to 5 months, okay? So his energy looks like, see, let me tell you something. I don't know how, there's something I noticed in this read, because in the next 4 to 5 months, when he start making a decision that he wants to come back together, he will start acting right, doing all the, saying the right things, doing the right things. But then you know he will start feeling the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Like there is this urge, there's this thing I'm sensing in his energy, this urge of, oh, the family life is burdensome for me, like I have to drop this. It's like his spirit is saying I have to drop this, like this is too much, but he doesn't want to. It's like conflict, like confliction. A part of him wants the marriage, the other part of him doesn't want the responsibility, that like him being devoted 100% to you. I don't even feel like it has to, it entirely has to do with the third party at this point. Okay, there is, when I was looking into the other spreads, there was the energy of, oh, I want freedom. Like his spirit craves freedom, like he wants to experience, that life where he doesn't need to answer to anyone. He doesn't need to, like, you know feel all the, like it feels like there is a burden in being, totally focused on family life. Okay, so he wants to live this life where he can be free to do whatever he likes, but at the same time he doesn't want that routine, or that family routine he's used to break. Okay, so just when he's trying to change and trying to get into, the way he used to act before, that that feeling of like this is burdensome, I have to drop this, comes in, if that makes sense. Okay, it's like somewhere deep in his spirit it feels like, oh my gosh, I just need to have some breath, some fresh air, kind of energy. Okay, so that's what I see in the 4 to 5 months here. Okay. So in the next 6 months, there is the justice card in here. Okay. And then you have the three of pentacles in the reverse. So this is like mixed energy. This is not, this is like 50-50 energy. Okay, it looks like you guys may start discussing that divorce in the next 6 months. Okay. Hold on, please. I want to. I'm coming. So, this is an only donation live stream. So, if you wish to donate, the link is in the description box. So, this is a mixed energy. All right. So, you have so it's 50-50. So there are two messages I'm seeing here. Two messages. So in the 6 months, it looks like you guys may be discussing divorce procedures, and this three of pentacles in the reverse is like, and this is a third party energy. Okay, so let me just pull one more card to third party energy. Clarify these energies, please. Clarify these energies. Okay, so this is like when you guys start discussing like the divorce proceedings and all that, like it gets serious. That is when somebody's going to make the decision to break up with third party. It's funny, right? But that's what I'm saying. Going to make decision to hold on to what is left of his relationship. Okay, so this is like two messages. Okay, two messages. The justice card, which could be like legal proceedings, but I'm not even seeing like the divorce starting around that time. Okay, but energy can change and go separate way. But I'm seeing 50-50 message here. It's looking to me like when you guys start discussing divorce for real, that is what will make somebody break up with the third party. Okay, and this is the Four of Pentacles, holding on to your coin, holding on to your possession basically. And this is when he holds on to what he has, okay, so that what he has will not lost or will not be lost basically. Okay, so this is what I see for your energy. The truth is that left for him is not going to like divorce you. Okay, divorce will only happen when you push for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. That's what I see in his energy. This is, thank you. But how are you feeling? Mindful, how do you feel? Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, girl. So sorry. I was hoping it will change. So I want to ask a question, just that it came to my mind a couple of times. Do you have any idea how much he explored, like when he was, say, like a young adult, or, say, like, I can't tell, maybe in his early 20s, like maybe teenage years, early 20s, and all that. Let's say early 20s as a young adult. Do you know if, he kind of explored relationship? Because it's not like he doesn't love you or doesn't love your family. And the opening, it was 19. Oh yeah. So there is this sense of, oh, I did not explore much. That is what started this whole thing. Like, oh, I did not explore that much. I wanna, like, go back there and see what's going on in the world. And then he got hooked with the wrong person. Okay. So, but what started everything is that desire to experience the freedom, free life. Okay. And I don't know who his friends are. I really don't know who his friends are, but um I also feel like, you know, I'm not saying the fault is from his friends, right? No. I mean, adults have a right to, their decision, and they should take responsibility for their decisions. But what actually started this whole stuff was the desire to get more freedom, the desire to explore. And I feel like there were some friends who also, like, um apart from one every friend, he has apart of one. I don't understand what you said. So, but that's what's happening deep down inside of him. Like, he feels like, he wants to go explore and all that stuff. but he doesn't understand that there is nothing out there. Doesn't understand that. Okay, so he just has one single friend. Okay, one friend. Is he single? Um, one single friend. Okay. So, that's just what I see. At first, it wasn't about that girl, okay? It was about him trying to find freedom, trying to experience how, the outside world is when it comes to dating and having that freedom, basically. But, you know, he fell, he fell in the wrong hands. Okay. So that's what I see. Um, I hope this helps, and thank you so much for your donation. All right, good night to you as well. Sleep tight.